All right, welcome back. It's been a little while since I've posted a video, and I'm just realizing now that the screen is blurry and it's really freaking me out. There we go. Okay. I wanted to make a very quick video because I've been having some difficulty deciding on whether or not to host another NAZMAT event. So if you don't know, 2 years ago, I hosted the first ever, I came up with it completely on my own, what I called the NAZMAT rides. NAZMAT being a acronym for the Northern Arizona Moto Adventure Tour rides. So the NAZMAT rides were born. I put together a whole slew of tracks, recorded GPS tracks, went out and scoped out for hours and hours and hours all these different remote routes. And I really put a lot of time into it. I wanted to make sure that the routes were at the right level of difficulty where pretty much anyone could do them, with the exception of maybe like brand new beginners, but yet still had some sort of fun, chunky technical stuff. And even for the stuff that was really difficult, I made sure to plot some like alternate routes. I came up with a scaling of difficulty from 0 to 5, with pictures and descriptions. I wrote everything up. I put these 4 routes together, and put an entire website together, NAZMAT.com. And man, I put all my heart and soul into this thing. And I was excited about it, very excited to share my trails, my woods, my fun adventure places with whoever wanted to come share them with me. And I published the site, I published a video, I begged and pleaded, please come ride with me in June. And I got a pretty decent response. I think I had about 15 people respond saying they wanted to tentatively come. Of course, as it got closer, a lot of people backed out. And in the end, I had about 5 people that ended up actually coming. Actually, I think it was 6 if you include a couple people from the area. And I was stoked. First day, we had problems. One of the guys' motorcycles broke down. We had to U-Haul him out. It like cut into a huge chunk of our time. We lost the whole afternoon. So that bummed me out. The next day we go out, have the most incredible day of riding. I am up to 11. Like, yes, this is exactly what I imagined. And at about 2 in the afternoon, we looked in the horizon and saw a massive plume of smoke. And it turns out that a camper, someone who was camping up on the mountain, tried to put his toilet paper out in a fire ring, and it blew away and set the entire mountain on fire. I'm not exaggerating. Like half of the San Francisco peaks burned. It was really bad. And so all of the forest roads closed, shut down the ride. Days 3 and 4 were scrapped. Everyone was in a bummed mood. Everybody went home. I went out on the third day, like for half the day with one guy who was left over. We kind of like rerode day 1, and it sort of just fizzled out. And it really bummed me out because I put so much time into this ride, and to have it ramp up to such a high level and then immediately crash and then just fizzle out, was a huge gut punch. And I should have just shaken it off. I mean, you can't control when something like that happens. I was going to say you can't control forest fires, but in this case, you could have. So what ended up happening was I wanted to make this an annual thing. And then last year, I just couldn't get excited about it because I was just too bummed. I was too bummed about um, everything that went down. And so I just never got the fire. However, this year, I feel like I'm starting to get the fire again. So I am putting this video out to ask all of you, if you are watching this and you think you might be able to make it to Northern Arizona to ride, um, I'm going to keep this very simple and say, would you be able to come and would you want to come to ride on some of the trails around here? And if so, let me know. And so you can either do that in the comments below, but I'm also going to put a link to a Google form where you can just fill out 3 little boxes and say, yes, I want to come. Here's what I'm riding. These are the days that I want to come for. And so I know you're thinking, wait, when is this going to happen? And so right now, based on my schedule and some other things, it's looking like it's going to be that first weekend in July. And I know that's not great for the holiday, but basically the 5th, 6th, and 7th of July is the best weekend to do this. And whereas before I had it very structured, 4 days of riding, these are the exact tracks, this is exactly what we're going to do, this is where we're going to meet every day. There is still going to be some of that structure, I think, but I also think it's going to be shorter. We're only going to do 3 days, and I'm going to change the routes up a little bit because I don't want to just re-ride the same routes. And so don't worry about any of that stuff right now. My question to you is, would you be willing to come here Friday, Saturday, or Sunday, July 5th, 6th, or 7th, and ride some of the routes around here? There is a really nice campsite available, campground over at Tut Hill, which is right down the road. They have facilities, bathrooms, all that stuff. Really great place. Cheap. I will book the campsite, a group site. All I want to know is, will you come to town and ride with me? And you can ride one day, you can ride all three. You could even ride 4 or 5 if you want to do some extra riding up to the Grand Canyon or something. So all I'm trying to say is I would like to do this again, and there's a very good chance, even if no one shows up, that weekend I'm going to ride all weekend around town, visit all my old haunts and favorite trails. I just want to know if there's interest. So if there is, and you want to come ride with me, with some other good people and just explore all of the trails that you've seen in my videos, you want to go out to Harding Point, you want to go ride some of the BDR east of town, you want to go to Meteor Crater, you want to go to Sunset Crater, Upatki, you want to ride over Schultz Pass, you want to go down to Sedona. So many places to go explore. If you'd like to come, let me know. Go to that Google form or let me know in the comments. You can also go to NAZMAT.com, and I have a little question in there as well. So let me know. I'm excited to hear from you all, but no worries. If it doesn't happen, it doesn't happen. I've got plenty of things planned for this summer on my own. It's just always nice to have some good company. That's it. Take care, everyone. Be safe. I'll see you in the next video. Bye.